Hey guys, back with another YouTube episode. I found some lost but not forgotten footage of an elk hunt from this fall. I met up with a buddy in southern Montana to help him fill his tag, and we got into some elk. It was super fun, had a great time hiking around with them, and as you'll see, we put an arrow in an elk here. Hey, do me a favor, if you get a chance, hit the like and subscribe button. It just helps me out with the YouTube algorithms and all that stuff, and then I can keep on producing more videos for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. It's go time.
All right.
Alright, let's do it.
Slow down, mama, why you talk so mean? Good Lord, Nashville, it ain't what it seems. Got nice clothes and late night shows, boogie down at the bar, fiddle tunes and homemade booze, but it always goes too far. Shooting pool, crack a jack, take off now and don't look back, but hey, don't you wanna play?
It's like a reconnaissance mission right now, just to come in and check things out.
Interesting they're moving this way, because I was wondering why I wasn't seeing any fucking elk.
They're all over here.
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
Interesting.
We'll find elk. It might not be today. We might not get into them today, but we'll know for the morning.
Yeah.
So Big Fish and I just took a little road trip up here to get into some
Epic road trip.
to get into some elk territory. I got into some,
Did you almost crash on your dirt bike, Evan?
had to put the foot down a bunch. Almost lost the dirt bike a couple times. I got faith. Big Fish has faith.
Yeah.
So we just got into this area and it just looked elky, and so we set up, didn't have the camera rolling, but I let out a bugle and immediately a bull came in that was probably bedded maybe 150 yards, 200 yards from where we were. So we just set up super quick and Andy was on him. He was in some thick timber, hard to see, but we got a visual of him. I tried to get some footage, but it's really hard, and yeah, just stay tuned. You'll see what happens. So right here, we've got the elk at about 50 yards downhill from us in some really thick timber, and he's just tearing up this small spruce tree. Oh, it's a nice second point. Yeah, it's a nice ball. Get ready to range him, Andy. Get ready to range. So here's a little different view from the GoPro setup on the ground. The elk was at about 30-35 yards coming in. Andy had him broadside and shot, but it was a clear miss. The elk bumped off maybe 15 yards. I cow called and he started coming back in again. so he wasn't really sure what happened, and we kind of stayed in our spot right here. The elk started coming up the ridge to our right a little bit. Andy knocked another arrow and set up again, trying to range him right here. You'll see he's looking for his rangefinder. I'm behind him in this situation, trying to stay out of the way. I don't want to be seen. I'm having a hard time getting the elk on camera. It's really hard. You have to decide whether, it's more important to get the elk on camera or get the shot. And for me, it's Andy getting the shot. But right now, the elk's coming back up. Here we go. Again, this is some really thick timber. It's kind of ridiculous. We probably should have waited for a little better setup to have him come into an opening. Andy shoots again, and another clear miss. We don't know that he's missed twice now, but I start cow calling again, and then back up and start bugling and raking a tree, and he comes back a third time and works all the way up to the top of this ridge. And at this point, Andy moves up in the opening here and puts an arrow in him at 30 yards.
We just shot a bull. We just shot a bull. Did you punch him?
I think so. I saw it stick in its chest.
Frontal.
He was sideways.
Broadside.
Yeah. I think you can range him. Just 30 yards. I put the pin on him.
Oh my God, that was intense.
Yeah. He didn't want to leave.
No, good thing I bugled and started raking. Just brought it in.
And then I ducked down and drew again.
Where was he?
He was like right where that broken up tree. Just behind it. He was walking through that opening and shooting through the branches again, but he was broadside.
Go back to your shot. That's 30. That's 30.
Looked like 30 pin on him.
Nice bull.
Yeah.
Which?
Went in 35.
That was intense.
Yeah.
You think you got him?
I think I saw the arrow sticking out of his chest.
Behind the shoulder.
Right behind the shoulder, dead center.
Oh my God. Okay, so we just got to the spot. Wasn't sure which way to go. Let out a bugle. Nothing. Second bugle. All of a sudden, and a couple cow calls. Andy heard something break down there. Dude, he was bedded right there. That bull was bedded right there. He just got up and started raking. Guaranteed.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Okay, so we might have a bull down. Alright, we're gonna give it about 10 minutes and then we're gonna go to the spot just to look for his arrow. Look for any blood. It's gonna get dark pretty soon. I'm walking over to where Andy shot that bull. Where was he standing? You couldn't have seen him from right here.
I think this is his footprint right here.
You got your arrow.
Not pass through.
Oh, dude, that's good blood, though. That's good blood.
Well, it looks like it went about halfway That's broad tip snapped off. Right.
Where was it?
It was laying right like this. So let's be real careful here.
Mark that spot. Let me see that. There's spray all the way up on top too. You got blood? Okay, hang on. So he went downhill. Okay. We gotta mark this spot right now. We're gonna have to get a move on this. Blood.
Back and picking up all the ribbons so we can continue following. We lost it right up here and I thought he went downhill. Looked like the most obvious direction, but he actually side hilled across. And I'm pretty sure he went into this next valley. I can see exactly the valley he went in. It's just a tight draw. Okay. Leave those ones. Not a lot of blood. It's pretty thick. It's really hard to see. He's not bleeding a ton. Here's what we're following. Not much. Yeah, I see it here. Last blood right there, and we just hands and knees for the last hour in the dark with the flashlights and gridded as much as we could, and there's not much more we can do right now, so we're gonna get out of here and look for him in the morning. Came back the next morning and spent 3 hours in the area, and then in the next draw over looking for this elk, and we came up with absolutely nothing, and just determined that it was maybe poor penetration. Looked like the arrow went in when he jumped the fence going across, snapped the broadhead off. So maybe it was a little too tight to the shoulder, not sure. Very unfortunate things like this happen with archery hunting and elk hunting, but we did our best, and maybe he'll live to fight another day.